Brand on Tour with Angelika Tauber and Carinthia. The podcast where personal branding meets sports.
It's really an advice. Don't do mails. Mails is the biggest time waste in modern times. If you are not in social media within the next 5 years, you will have a huge disadvantage compared to your competitors. I say to my team, everything is content. To 99%, we always post the first take and we just do it.
Hey friends! Yeah, hey friends! Welcome to the Brand on Tour, the podcast about personal branding, business and sports. I'm Katrin.
I'm Lika.
And we are currently attending the Beach Volleyball Pro Tour in Carinthia in Austria. It's the Hitschies Masters Perchach. Our today's guest on the podcast is Hitschler-Becker. He's the CEO of Hitschies, the popular candy company from Germany with a fascinating corporate history. After the founder's son died, the company hit a rough patch. 7 years of outside management left the firm drifting. Revenue collapsed from roughly 50 million euro to about 20 million euro while restructuring. And the company reported red figures in 2017 and 2018. In late 2017, Hitschler-Becker took over in the age of 29. He turned everything upside down with his visionary approach on how to lead a company in the 21st century. He understood how to be a modern CEO in times of social media. More than 1 million followers across all Hitschies platforms on social media. The company now sells in 46 countries across the entire globe. And revenue just tripled lately. What an inspiring story. We're so glad having you here on our podcast today. Welcome, Philip.
Hello.
Hey, friends. Yeah, hey, friends.
Crazy researched, all with AI or without AI?
Oh, that was just our brain.
Crazy. Well done. Yeah, mostly right, but no, it was quite
Mostly
No,
right?
all good. Pretty good. Yeah, crazy. Well done, and in English, not bad.
Yeah. I want to, in the beginning, thank you on behalf of all the players for bringing the tournament back to Carinthia. Catherine was still playing back then when the tournament was taking place in Klagenfurt, and everyone was so in love with it.
Yes.
And everyone was
I remember.
so tired, so sad when it didn't take place anymore. Yeah. So thank you so much. All the players, including us, are very, very happy for this. Thank you.
More than welcome.
And this leads me to the question, why did Hitschies decide to do this?
I was raised here as a kid at the lake, at Lake Wörthersee. So we as a family spend our summer here since 50 years. And so we have a special relationship to the Lake Wörthersee. And I was raised with the volleyball game, and then it suddenly disappeared and moved to Vienna. And for me, the game, the spark of the game, the summer, the heat, everything just belonged to the sea or to the lake. And so we lately just founded the Hitschies Team Austria, while saying that we are Hitschies International, so the global digital candy brand. We also, basically established ourselves in Germany now, but we need to take place also in Austria and Swiss. And then we said we need to start with events. And then we start our in Obertauern with the ski opening. And then we continued with the volleyball. And we as a company always say we want to make people smile. This is our mission with our sweet and sour candies, with the drinks, with everything we do on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube's, the videos, the way we act, the way we behave. And it's all about happiness, smiling. And so we said we need some activity. And volleyball, beach volleyball at the lake, amazing.
Do you play beach volleyball yourself?
No, I have no idea. Honestly, I'm really bad.
We can try later in Santa Clara.
I'm more the entertainer, to be honest, than the player. But I'm more than happy.
We can take the top players from the tournament, handicap them,
more than happy to learn.
But do you do any sports? Does sports play a big role in your life?
Yeah, a lot of sports. Simulator racing, sim racing, driving. You know sim racing?
It's like your city.
Yeah,
is it sports?
No,
is
just kidding.
Sports?
Yeah, but it is sports, yeah. Sim racer, no. So we do sim racing, tennis, the gym, body pump, pedaling. Yeah, lots of exercising actually. Yeah, in order to.
Do you have a
stay
gym
fit.
in the Hitschis office in Deutschland?
Not yet, to be
Not yet?
honest, but we're considering moving to a new office in a couple of years, and that's what we're discussing at the moment, building up their gym on ourselves and stuff like this. Yeah, or even a pedal court or something. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, we like to be. It's in our genes. Yeah, it's how do you say it? It's Hitschies is a treat, and my whole family is very active. Some people might say that I might have ADHD, but to be honest, this is yes, 100% not correct. It's only no, but that's what I'm saying. It's about the balance. Balance is key. That's why. It's also when it comes to the candy and to the sugar in the candy, it's the amount you consume and also the activity you do next to it. And saying this, it's all about you being active, and then you need sugar, you need quick sugars in order to get quick energy. And so this is also what we're looking at the moment in this whole functional food and food industry, candy industry. Maybe there's something coming up next. Who knows?
That was a good teaser.
So.
Yeah. Any other sports that you're supporting?
At the moment, we do this collaboration in the Alps with Atomic and Obertauern. Here we do the volleyball, and we're starting off in the cycling season, cycling team. So bicycle racing, how do you call it in English? Race bikes? No, cycling?
Great.
Rennrad. Rennrad, anyway, the Rennrad season. Big in cycling, yeah, that's what we're looking at the moment as well.
Yeah, okay,
Hitchies
cool.
racing team.
So we should feel actually very honored that beach volleyball got in one of the first spots. Cool.
Yes.
So you are the CEO of Hitchies, the creator, entrepreneur on tour. Because probably you're always on the road,
correct.
right?
100% correct.
Yeah, we are brand on tour, so
Yes.
it feels like a destiny.
Very good. Amazing. And here we are.
Yeah, in this beautiful location.
Yes, most beautiful location I've ever done a podcast. You know, I
Right?
sit in basements, I sit like
Right?
in little dark rooms and stuff like that. But this is pretty nice.
Yeah, this was our philosophy. We don't want to do a boring podcast in the
Yeah.
studio. We don't want it to be like everyone else. Like not to say
No,
crap
it's
about other
pretty
podcasts
good.
because they're
Well done.
About being real and approachable.
Yeah. Wherever
Yeah,
you
love it.
are, just with the phones. But so, what gave you this idea about reinventing and redefining what CEO means?
To be honest, look at myself. I'm not the one who's behind the desk with the tie or, who's driving around. Just it's for me. It's my passion, it's my desire, and it's my life, and it's my love. So, and the only thing I only do things which I really enjoy doing, and that's basically my all-day life. So, I like my phone, I like social media, so I'm on social media. I like eating candy, so I invent new candies. I like being outside. I like the lake. I like climbing. I like cycling. And so we come up with those ideas, and it's really about just enjoying life. Being
That's
my
how
role.
people feel actually. When you took over the company back in late 2017, what was your vision for back then Hitschler company?
Yeah.
What big changes did it require to make the company future fit and relevant in 2026?
Yes. I studied in Maastricht, Netherlands, for the first, so I did my bachelor degree, and there we learned BPR, Business Process Reengineering. So basically completely turn the business upside down in order to make it work. And that's what needed to happen to Hitschler, to Hitschies, and to basically complete the full change. I suggested to change the name because Hitschler is kind of our family in the MES, but it says 1990 years. It says Hitschler on pack, and when I go up to people and go like, yeah, my name is Philipp Hitschler, and they mechanic never heard, or people go like Hitschler. I didn't know that the company was still around, and he goes, okay, we need to change something. And then I come up with Hitschies, much fresher, much younger, much more international. At the moment, we're in 46 countries in the whole world. I just traveled to China last week. Back to then, I was in New York. So, yeah, we're starting, step by step and redefining the whole business with the general idea of becoming the digital candy brand. So I say to my team, my wish is that everybody knows us from this phone, and that I can control the whole company over this phone. And that's what we're constantly working on.
Yeah, but you want to be #1 digital candy company in the world or in the area? Because
In
you're
the world.
in the world, but
In the world.
well, you're making a lot of content in Germany and your company as well. Is there a step to expand it?
Yeah. We're doing already Korea. We're opening on how to say it, brand accounts. Or we have already brands account, but work in Korea, China, Hong Kong. Yeah, it's expanding at the moment. Italy, France. Yeah, it's step by step. I have to do it step by step with my team, with my family. But no, for sure.
And when you decided to put yourself as the face of Hitschies
Yes.
out there, did you feel some kind of insecurity, doubts in beginning? Was there something you had to overcome, or
No.
did
No.
it feel natural
No.
for you from the
No,
very
it was just
first
natural.
seconds?
It was very natural. As I said earlier, Zappe Philip, so it's really, the constantly moving Philip. Sitting still is quite tricky for myself. And I felt very comfortable directly right at the beginning. In Germany, we say Pausenclown. So it's really being the actor, being the entertainer. And that is, my natural me. So I was really easygoing. I said, okay, in German, I say it's, I have the saying, but translating in English, I said, it's never been easier to reach so many people in such a short time, in such a cost-effective way than over social media. And that's what I, started off 8 years ago. And here we are now at LinkedIn, Insta, TikTok, YouTube.
8
Red Note,
years.
everywhere. Yeah, 8 years.
Okay. How long did it take you to see the first breakthrough? Like first viral
5
video?
years.
5 years until first viral.
Yes.
So to everyone here who is actually like, why it doesn't work after 2 months? 5
No,
years,
5
okay?
years. It takes
Yeah.
5 years.
Like-
5 years of constant pain, work, fun, and you can't expect to like 1 to 3 years. You have just continue.
Continue.
When you're on the road and you believe in this vision and the road, just continue, and then everything works out. And here we are now. Yeah, 8
Yeah.
years later, and the road is still. I don't see any end yet, so long road to go.
What was your first viral video?
Whoa. Yeah, the first big one I think was I was sitting at a cashier at Edeka or Rewe, and I said, hey, my name is Philipp Hitschler from the Hitschies company, and whoever shows up first at the counter, I will pay, with a Hitschies product, I will pay the whole basket. Yeah, so the whole supermarket,
easy.
the whole supermarket went crazy, and they ran over. But I was lucky. The bill was €11.80. So it was a guy who was his girlfriend's birthday next day, and he bought just some stuff for a cake and some Drachenzungen. Yeah, so I was really lucky. But that was
Okay.
one
So
of my
no
viral
trending,
videos.
dancing videos. actually.
No. But
We
it's
should do
no.
something like this
But
too.
that was good.
So it's so cost effective while other companies still rely on super
Like the
expensive testimonials,
influencers,
right?
yeah, like Haribo and Heidi Klum, and you just put yourself in the center, free of charge for the company.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and actually, it's the moment, or Gen Z especially loves
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's-
it's-
It's very.
Tell us about how you decide what to post and how you get the ideas. Is there a
Yeah.
certain strategy behind it?
yeah.
No. It's very easy. It's authenticität.
It's
Yeah.
authentic.
Authentic. That's what it's about. And no fake. I am who I am, the way I am, and that's what we post. And we post, I say to my team, everything is content. We post everything where we see potential, things which go wrong, which could have done better. But to 99%, we always post the first take. And we just do it, to be honest.
How do you-
As Nike said.
How many people do you have around to produce content?
At the moment, for example, at the lake, we're 4 people. So it's me and Micha, and then Caro and John.
But that's for 2 accounts, right?
Yes,
That you're
Hitschies, Philip,
managing, yeah.
but we put this on Hitschies, YouTube, TikTok, Insta, and LinkedIn.
Yeah. So many channels as well. So in another interview, I heard that you said that approximately up to 2 days a week goes to your side
Yes.
job as a
Yes.
creator. So
Yes.
what do you do in those days? How your content production process looks like?
It's actually very easy. So we talk about things which are like new product releases. I don't know, it's every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks we release new products. So it's content we need to pre-produce or just in time produce for this particular product. We have events, we have collaborations. We, for example, had the collaboration with McDonald's last year. Flying to McDonald's next week again to work on another collaboration. We have another collaboration coming in beginning of July, which is going to be massive. You'll see it and you know what I mean. So there's really constant fire of new products, new ideas, new content items going on. And for us, it's just, everything is content. We're constantly filming.
We'll dive deeper into collaborations a little
Yes.
later on. Well, I was wondering, have you ever heard something from other C-levels saying something like, I have no time for these kind
the
of
time.
CEOs, but they're just
Yeah.
doing real business?
All the time. It's constantly because they don't see the potential in social media, while it's just another channel for them, and they don't understand the urgency to be on social media. And I be really provocative when I say, if you are not in social media within the next 5 years, you will have a huge disadvantage compared to your competitors who are on social media.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
If you promote new products, let's say
Yes.
you've got a very new product where
Yes.
there's quite a few of them
Yeah.
actually, do you see instant results, for instance, in your online shop?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's why we do
Just
it.
because
I
of the
mean,
brand,
we can
Really
put a link
great.
underneath it, and show me some of the products. I show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought some. Or Hitschies Porsche, for
Yay.
example, our newest member. So I like to collect cars, to be honest. Big station here, big trucks and so on.
We
and
saw
now
the trucks.
yeah, trucks. And now our newest one is the Porsche. Our grandfather used to drive Porsche around with Hitschies, and so I said, okay, we'll bring the Porsche back. Here's our
Nice.
Porsche.
Lovely.
And so, for example, this is Hitschies Crunchies. Do you know them? Have you tried them?
Oh, they are so tasty.
It's a
Yeah.
freeze-dried product. It's all over Korea and Japan, and we flew to Japan in order to launch it. You have to try them. They're really crunchy. You have to crunch in your phone. It's ASMR. There you go. There you go. And for example,
I really
this
love
is
the
like,
yellow ones.
it's so delicious. And this is like the products we do, where other people say, no, it's not our kind. That we stick to the main business. We go in niche products and make them just fantastic and amazing and great. Yeah, this is one
Yeah.
of my favorite products at the moment. Or ice cream. Yeah, everybody knows us from Blaue Drachenzunge, as you know. So really famous as well. Yeah.
Yesterday I ate a bunch of those blue balls, and then my
Blitzerwelle.
entire
Yes,
mouth was blue.
yes,
Entire mouth. There's a
yes.
video on Instagram.
Blitzerwelle.
Everything was blue teeth.
Yes.
But so some companies or CEOs would argue, okay, you have this funny product, colorful lifestyle brand, so it's easy. But what would your approach look like if you were a CEO of some, I don't know, pharma, chemistry,
Industrial
aircraft
company.
Industrial.
manufacturing?
To be honest, pretty much the same.
How could you look like? For example, let's imagine you are the CEO of I know Boehringer Ingelheim is this pharma research company. Because I'm a former scientist, I'm a former cancer
Okay.
researcher, so like it was the first idea. Okay, is there a better company to take it? Okay, how would you approach creating content? Because like you want to make sure that people trust it, that they trust your medicine and everything.
At the end, it's first of all, it's getting awareness. That's what it's about. And then second very important thing is either it's informative or it's entertaining. So my content is rather entertaining, whereas in your case, it would be rather informative. So you start off with videos which are really informative. And then you need to find like constant reputation and repetition of this content, which is informative, and it's kind of educational content. Yeah, and then you can just show how lab works, how the research works. And it's about giving an insight behind the scenes. And that's what it's all about. And I would have made it exactly the same way.
Sounds super easy.
It's very easy. You just have to do it.
Yeah, you just have to do it. But what's other CEOs holding back? Why
Yeah.
can't they see the advantage of social media?
For most of the CEOs, if the company is not family owned, they are being paid, have long-term contracts. Maybe they only have, 4 or 5 years to go until their retirement, or 10 years, or the salary package is pretty big. It really depends. They don't see the necessity, maybe, to be
Right,
honest.
if you're a higher
And it's quite
CEO.
uncomfortable also, right? I mean, my job is 6 to 7 days a week. Like this thing is like the most annoying thing next to me, but also the most powerful thing next to me, you know? So that's why I also have no email. So I get rid of emails.
You have no email account.
You didn't know?
Seriously?
That's what I meant with it's nearly right. Too time consuming. No, don't do mails. Don't do mails. Really, it's really an advice. Don't do mails. Mails is the biggest time waste in modern times. Hello, sir. how are you doing? How was your weekend? Can we get back to this and this, please? And let me know. ASAP, all the best, regards, and talk to you soon.
I
Yeah,
hope this
ciao.
email found you well.
Oh,
This email found me
This is just
on
the
Will to
worst.
say.
nah, you don't want that.
But okay, there is also a downside of how do you communicate? WhatsApp, social media?
Talk on the phone.
Let's talk about the collaborations you've touched on before. You've got heaps of them. Like
Yes.
you've been collaborating with
Yes.
Atomic, with McDonald's, and there's a few others coming up. I think
Yes.
one is very pinkish and a very traditional brand in Austria.
Ah, now I know what you mean. Yeah.
Allowed to say it now, right?
No,
No.
no, but yeah, that's,
keep it for
that's
me.
also coming. Yeah,
I'll keep
it's
it for
true.
myself.
True. As I said, it's about authenticity.
Yeah.
And that's when people think about Vienna and Austria. That's what in candy. That's directly comes to mind, or chocolate. But that's directly comes to your mind
Why are collaborations so important and meaningful to you?
because I believe in togetherness. Together, we are always stronger. In partnership. Nowadays, time is over where everybody thinks I'm the star, I'm the hero. It's about we. And so we can make it happen. We can make it work. And team, that's what it is. And that's it's my belief. And that's what I started off 9 years ago. And that's, I think, will I ever believe in until I close my eyes one day. And so I always will continue in partnerships,
Yeah.
because partnerships makes you much stronger.
You have that slogan, zusammen, zuverlässig, how's it?
Like I said, zusammen, zuverlässig, zielorientiert.
Yeah.
It's always doing things together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Together, reliable,
Yeah.
and future-oriented.
Yes. It's much
goal-oriented, yeah. Nice. And how do you decide what companies and brands to collaborate with? Like, for example, if a certain beach volleyball team wanted to get sponsored,
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
okay, that was a joke. But like, how do you decide? Are there certain values that align with? They have to be up for making some funny content or something like this?
To be honest, we have a lot of requests for collaborations and really decide on the cultural fit, on the product fit, on the brand fit. There's certain things you need to concentrate on, like attractiveness of the brand. How long is the brand around? How popular is the brand? For example,
Purple.
no, popular.
Popular.
Sorry. So, for example, Holy is the energy powder, as an example, compared to McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's is well known in the whole world and worldwide, like for the whole, ich sag mal, yeah, as you know, the yellow M, everybody knows. But for example, Holy was completely new to the market, and they do like energy drinks, energy powder, and nobody. So they were like the rising star in the segment, and we said, okay, let's go with them because they're the rising star in the segment, and we see potential in it from the cultural fit. Yeah, so it's really about trying out. Yeah, but don't over exaggerate. Don't do too much. It's really. I say every year we have one big star. For example, last year was McDonald's, so that people remember. Yes, that was McDonald's. This year the star is going to be someone else. I'm not allowed to tell you, but you'll see it in a couple of weeks. Or you hear it actually next week in another podcast. Yeah. Very popular.
Do you rely on your gut feeling, or are you a very rational person?
Both. So my gut is always, in it. Let's put it this way, and my heart and my head. But at the end, also here, I just do it. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, we just pull back.
Yeah.
So we know you were very digital. The entire corporate is very digital. Do you actually do some traditional advertising as well, or is this type of traditional more those kind of events we see here at the moment?
No. So we really focus truly digital, and then if we do out of home, we do. I rather say you do it right or you go home, and we do it the big way, the way we have it here. So there's there's enough logos, there's enough branding, there's products all around. And also I'm very generous in giving products away, because I say people need to get the product on the tongue to try it. And once they've tried, they're hooked. And that's what we want.
Like a good lead magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
That's what
good
we need.
marketing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, I've been binge watching the content of your company, and
Okay.
you're also personal content. I feel now, I have a feeling now, I know everyone. I know Caro, we are now friends.
Very good. That's what it's about.
What are the values that you have in the company, and what do you look for in your employees? Because they definitely have to be willing to pop on the videos and like be engaged in a certain way.
It really depends on the role and the function you have in the company. But for example, in Caro's position, she's brand face, Hitschies brand face, so she needs to be in front of the camera. Micha and Jan are rather behind the cameras. There's a cameraman, the filming guys, supply chain, logistic, procurement department. So it really depends. But at the end, it's the cultural fit of the human being and the willingness to participate in a big journey. And if you have the fun and if you want to work and you know why you work for and you follow this vision becoming the digital candy brand, then you're having the right spot working at Hitschies.
A cultural fit. What kind of culture should they have?
Fresh in their mind, young in their heart and in their head, and just passionate about candy and what we're doing.
And I've got a feeling you run at a very fast pace. Like, how can your team actually keep up?
You're right.
We've been observing you all day
because
here.
they
That's
couldn't invite
insane.
him for the podcast.
To be honest, but my team is keeping up. I mean, it's the people apply at Hitschies. They very well know what they apply for, because if somebody says, I have no idea what the CEO is like or what he does every day, I mean, my whole life in regard to the company life is transparent, you know?
Yeah.
So you see everything online. So if you say, oh, you're way too active or you're launching way too many products for me or so on, then you're completely wrong.
That is amazing, because actually for recruiting it makes things much easier. You don't have to search. You just attract already the right people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the purpose.
Yeah.
We now got some great traditional background music. Really leads to the next question.
Yes.
I've got the feeling that you bring some kind of startup mentality in such a
Yes.
traditional
Yes.
corporate. How does this work?
And what is it? Startup
I
mentality.
always say we're like a 90-year-old startup, because our great-grandfather founded the company in 1929, and it's about being very dynamic, very unstructured working, and you need to love and like unstructured working. You know, we work very freestyle, to be honest. So we really, at Hitschies, at the end it looks everything very perfect, very clean, very shiny, but in the background it's a complete mess. And you really need to love in a complete, chaotic structure, but it's wonderful. And you have complete freedom, you can do whatever you want to do, and that's the startup style.
I got a little anxiety right now because I need to write everything perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And the
it needs to
beauty
be
is,
the right person.
the beauty is that we are, other than a startup, they need financial backgrounds. We're completely financially independent, you know. So really manage the turnaround, win the growth strategy, and this really works really well. And it's our own company, no external investors, no external money, and so we are completely free and independent.
Right. Yeah. I think since the music is slowly starting, we can come slowly to an end.
Yeah. No problem.
I want to share something. I feel like my vision and my values personally align very much with yours, because I'm also up for every kind of silly video. When we started playing with Catherine last August, and then we were doing a trainings camp. And I was like, let's do some challenges, let's do some trends, let's do some fun stuff. And everyone was like, no. And Catherine was like, I need to maintain my professional image. I cannot post that.
No.
Somewhere in the lake back there.
And now she says, okay, I'm up for
can do
every
it. I'm in,
nonsense.
I'm in. Yeah.
I'm not saying every, I always say
Most
almost.
of- almost, okay.
I will always keep the word almost.
Okay.
All right, back to you.
Yeah, and I feel like more people need to realize it. I feel like I'm personally fighting also for changing the stigma of not stigma, but label of what professional means. Professional doesn't need to mean boring or the same or conventional. And so, can you confirm my hypothesis, what I'm thinking? If you didn't leverage social media when you started leading your company, if you didn't lean into that direction, then Hitschies would not be such a hero story with happy ending.
Yes, it's as I said earlier, it's the behind the scene approach, and being real. That's what it's about. And in everyday life, not everything goes as planned, but as long as you work according to the plan, it can work out. And in Germany, I always say to the CEOs, so I'm also a keynote speaker on stage and talk to lots of CEOs, owners, and whatsoever. And at the beginning, like 8-9 years ago, they a little bit, let's say, laughed about me in my kind of hyperactive, hey friends way, very polarizing. And now they come up and go, how do you do it with social media? How does it work? How do you do it? Because, they obviously saw that they're late to the party. At the beginning, they just laughed at me, but now they actually need it. And
What advice would you give exactly those people, those CEOs and owners that are holding them back? What advice do you have for them to step into visibility out of the comfort zone?
Yeah. For those people, I would recommend to start off with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the strongest and fastest growing professional network in the whole world. And it's super. I do 2 posts a day, and you can reach people in the whole world. And that's the starting point. And you don't have to dance, you don't have to do videos. You can start with pictures, you can start with text, informatives, entertaining texts, and then you build up a relationship. And from there, you can take the next step.
Sounds
Nice.
fantastic.
And you post twice a day without planning, content calendar. Okay, but you also have then a very natural advantage and personality because not everyone
Maybe.
can like wing it like this.
Maybe. So see, there's the next content. I say everything's content. So we take a picture and then I post it on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And here we go with the LinkedIn.
All
The
right,
most
let's do it,
beautiful
let's do it.
podcast I've ever had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, this was our goal to redefine podcasts.
We just take a live picture
Okay, here we go. Top.
for LinkedIn with the best
Amazing
atmosphere.
podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Philip.
much.
Thank you so much
Wonderful.
for being here.
Hey, you have really good
Yeah,
seats
thank
here.
you.
They're really
Yes,
good.
yes.
I love them. Thank you
Nicely
very much.
branded.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. and
Wonderful.
Thank you for you
Bye-bye.
and the audience
Bye,
for being with
guys.
us. See you next time at
Bye.
Brands on Tour. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.